Yes, we are live.
I think we are,
Hello.
but I don't see us live on the YouTube channel.
Hello,
Oh,
Nancy. Hello, Phils. Can you hear us and see us?
oh, now I see. Awesome.
Oh, we're on. Just a little delay.
Yes, I'm gonna mute that.
Oh, wow. It's weird that we don't have people lined up already. A long
Okay.
list. So there we go. Hi, Mark from Colorado. Ruth, how you doing?
From South Texas. Awesome.
Yes.
Lorraine,
Lorraine,
hey.
hi. Welcome, everybody. We're just getting warmed up here, kind of giving people a chance to log in. Hi, Donna. We're flying solo today. We don't have somebody backstage waiting for us and checking things. So bear with
Writing
us
down the
as
numbers.
we muffle through it. Hey, Judy and Jan. Ruth, I am in Norfolk, Virginia, so really close to Virginia Beach. Dawn, Bonnie, Paula. Hi, everybody. Rob. Oh, Eastern Shore. Hey, Rob, we're neighbors.
Oh, you follow me on Threads.
Nice.
I still have like my troubles with Threads. It's
Oh, Mark,
I
that's fun.
mostly can't use the desktop to actually post, so it's always a little bit of a pain. I wish they would just put it all into Meta, and then you click one button and then you can do post on 3 platforms, but they don't do that with Threads yet.
Hello, Ketovore Cat. Welcome. How many of you are new? How many are new to this?
That would be something interesting to know. Also, share this on your video, because we used to be just for the Dr. Berry community and for our groups. There was the reversing insulin group, my group, and then the Kelley's reversing insulin group, and I think that was it, right?
Yeah, and then I just posted on my private my profile page, my personal one.
But
So,
now
oh,
we
we've got
are
lots
live
of new
for everyone.
people.
Yes. Now we are live for everyone, so we go live. We feel, I won't say we feel confident enough, but we have to go the next step at one point, I guess. So since we have a few viewers already, I'm going to tell you why I'm here sitting with a scarf. I'm going on a trip tomorrow to Germany. It's a work trip. It has nothing to do with low carb, but I will keep doing low carb. And this morning I wake up with a stiff neck. And I thought, oh, well, I'm just going to put on a scarf. It's going to get better. And it didn't. So when I do one wrong move, I can't breathe. It's that painful. It's just like a stab in the neck. It's awful.
Sorry.
Mark is hearing an echo. Not sure where that comes from. I have headphones.
Oh, fixed. I was going to ask you, Mark, if it was
Awesome.
from me talking or if it was when Roxana was talking. So
for my trip, I bought a nice neck brace. It's something very uncomfortable that goes right around the neck, and about an hour into wearing it, I knew it wasn't right for the live. So for the live, I have my scarf, and right after I put the neck brace on again. And then hopefully the trip to Germany will be half decent.
hopefully very little turbulence. Hi,
Hey,
Lloyd.
Lloyd. I met Lloyd in Burns, Tennessee.
At Palooza?
Nope, at Low Carb for Better Health.
Oh, Low Carb for Better Health. Okay.
Amanda Decker puts on the event, and Dr. Berry was there. His wife Nisha was there. They both did a talk. It was the first time I heard Nisha talking. Her talk was excellent. She really nailed it. and Dr. Westman was there. So the organizer of Ketopalooza was there too. Her name is Autumn Winters, I think. Autumn Weathers. I always get names mixed up. And there were a few others. So that was fun.
Oh, that could be a concern. Phil's.
Okay, let's read the question first. So I'm concerned about my blood pressure. I've been consistently 160 or 110 or so for months. I've been carnivore for years, but perhaps never clean enough. This month I'm fasting.
It could be, I mean, only you know that whether or not it's been clean, but some things to think about, and that's electrolytes. Make sure that you're getting enough electrolytes. And yeah, fasting might be helpful for you.
I wanted to say
There
one
may be
thing.
something else going on with that, Phil's.
Yeah, before we continue with the question, I want to say we are not doctors. We are health coaches. So we cannot give you medical advice, and we cannot diagnose you. We cannot treat you. We can just tell you what we've learned and talk from our own experience. Sorry, I had to interject that.
That's okay. And then also, just to set the stage too, if you want a specific question answered, put question and then ask your question. So that's going to cue Roxana into finding those. And then I'll just kind of handle the ancillary comments. But if you have a specific question, go ahead and write the word question space
Or a
and
cue.
then ask. Yeah. So just so we know, because we are flying solo here. We don't have anybody backstage to nudge us.
Yes. So the other thing about the blood pressure, 160 or 110 is, in my opinion, pretty high. And I don't think it is advisable to just tackle this with diet. I think as long as it is that high, it's causing damage and it's not healthy. So while I'm not someone who would choose medication over diet, until someone gets to the point where he doesn't need the medication. Okay, I'm going to tell my own experience. So my A1C was 8.5, and then I started doing keto, and I also was on insulin shots, and I lowered the insulin shots, and then my blood sugar crept up, and then I increased the insulin shots again or the units, because I didn't want my blood sugars to be high. One thing is insulin, which can cause damage. One thing is high blood sugars, which can also cause damage. So I had to find like a balance between reducing the insulin and reducing my blood sugar. Then eventually fasting really got me over the hump. And that's how I got off insulin. But I don't feel comfortable. If you were my loved one, if you were my mom or my sister, I would tell you, please go to the doctor and please get a prescription. That's not healthy. Like that's
at least until you get things figured out. Yeah. But
yes.
if you're carnivore, are you eating actual meat or are you eating carnivore products too? So things.
That, and also mostly high blood pressure is a metabolic problem, but not always.
Inflammation.
There can be other causes.
Causing the inflammation. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean the inflammation. So it's either primary or secondary. I always mix those up. But one of those has nothing to do with metabolic disease. It's a completely different cause. And you can diet all you want and it won't come down. So you need to get this checked out, please, okay?
Yeah, I would definitely go to the doctor and have them. Yeah.
And you're on day 5 of your water fast.
Yeah.
Yes. So I would be disappointed too. I see why. I wonder how high your blood pressure was before, or if it was completely unaffected. Did it come down?
25 days of a water fast. That's a long time.
Yes, that is a long time. So that's actually quite an accomplishment. No, I think you need to see your doctor. Like ASAP. Don't wait. Make an appointment, go. or
Yeah, definitely.
I maybe even go to the ER. So I don't want to be responsible for you thinking that you can fix this with diet when you can't. It might be another reason. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's consistently that high, which it sounds like it, definitely it's going to need some medications to lower it down. But yeah, try some electrolytes until you can get to the doctor. But definitely that would be a physician um, facing question as well. So,
And I get that you don't want to take medication. I don't either. But I'm on medication for inflammatory arthritis, and it's not some benign medication. It's hydroxychloroquine. So that's an immune suppressant. I go on prednisone when I have to, because when I have the flares, they're just too painful. So I get this frustration. I completely get it, because I really wanted to be off all these medications. But sometimes that's just not in our cards. And sometimes we can do everything right and still not get what we want. And you said that you were on carnivore for years. So I don't think carnivore can cause high blood pressure, but I don't know what else is going on. So yeah, please see your doctor.
okay. Rob has a question. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have experience with the CGM? I've had one for a few, and looking for guidance on using it to lose weight. 57 years old, carnivore for 2 years, but stalled, more weight to lose.
So you wanna look at the yeah, I wore a CGM just for the 2 weeks, and I did learn quite a bit. But what you want to do is look at those levels and keep them as consistent as possible, as low and as consistent as possible. Now, one thing that I'm learning is if you are true carnivore, overconsumption of protein can elevate your blood sugars. So keeping an eye on that.
Mm,
Maybe I said can.
yes.
Can.
Okay. Like my
They did with me. They kept the protein level. So maybe drop your amount of protein, especially if you're over 30%, and increase your fats would be my recommendation. Yeah, because it
the
can.
CGM, yeah, the CGM might not help you lose the weight. It will show you how your body reacts to certain foods. So it'll show you glucose spikes. It won't show you insulin spikes. And the thing that we really are after are those insulin spikes, to keep those low. So if you want to lose weight, there's like a few things. Try eating twice a day. You probably already do that. I'm just listing a few things for everyone else who listens. So try eating twice a day and in a maybe 6-hour window. Try to get good sleep. And if you don't get good sleep, then that's something you should make your mission, because good sleep, a solid 7 hours of sleep is needed for the brain to recover and for all those functions like that we function throughout the day. Because if you have a bad night's sleep, then the glucose levels go up, the cortisol goes up, and then the weight stalls. That can be a reason why the weight stalls. See if you're eating anything that you might not tolerate, like some food intolerance. Look if or ask your doctor to do panels for hormones, like, of course, insulin. You want to know what your fasting insulin is. You want to know what your sex hormones are. You want to know where your thyroid is at. If the thyroid, if that's out of whack, that can just cause a stall just by itself. Doesn't matter how much you eat. You got to make sure that you don't eat too much, but you also got to make sure that you don't eat too little, because that will cause your weight to stall. And we all suffer from diet brain where we think, nah, I'm not really stuffed, but I'm also not hungry. So I'm just going to stop eating here, and that will help me lose weight faster. And before you know it, you only eat 1,000 calories a day, and that's not sustainable. That will store your weight.
Yeah,
And
your
exercise.
metabolism will slow with that low. So
Yeah, the body is not used to, the body is not designed to sit all day. And I'm one that should work on that too. So we need to be in motion. We're designed to be in motion. When we sit all day, it's kind of like the new smoking. It is like the new smoking. Sitting is the new smoking. Anyways, we need to be in motion and put our body under a certain amount of stress, like walking. That's not really stressful, but you know what I mean. So to then for the body to start specific enzymatic processes that it only will start when you're in motion. If you sit all day, your body will just not work as it's designed to. It genetically needs us to move, and it genetically needs us to lift heavy things. It's
that's
genetically
the movement, the physical activity. It doesn't have to be super intense. A couple times a week, yeah, that you could do some intense workout, but your physical activity can be just casual, recreational. It's going to lower your blood sugar levels, therefore your
a
insulin.
walk,
Yeah.
a walk twice a week, lifting like resistance training, and once a week try an all-out effort like a sprint. And if you're not used to a sprint, just do it in space. So I couldn't sprint. I would just fall. Sorry. I'm drinking coffee. Yeah. So yes, Karen says too, please listen to them. And I think this relates to the blood pressure. Yes, please, please, please go to the doctor and Tiny Buddy says I had blood pressure with undiagnosed Hashis. Yeah, it's these are the things that are so often missed. I went around with a low T4, not only low, but almost critically low. So just about probably before my body would just say, okay, that's it, I'm done. And I ran around with that for a year. And of course, I didn't lose any weight, and I couldn't figure it out, and I didn't clue in. So there.
I'll let you address this one because you have.
Yeah. Okay. So Deborah asks, can carnivore help hypothyroidism? If yes, how? Thanks. So hypothyroidism is often caused by Hashimoto. Hashimoto is an autoimmune disease, and carnivore is said to help with autoimmune diseases. Now, in the case of Nisha Berry, the wife of Dr. Berry, Dr. Ken Berry, she was able to put her Hashimoto in remission. Now, she's younger. She's not young, but she's younger. And she wasn't as sick as I was, and it worked for her. I just had a shooting pain in my neck.
Sorry.
Yeah, it didn't work for me. And I'm still on, so there are different options. You can go on desiccated thyroids, that's what I did. And I do feel better with that. So I'm not anymore like dead tired all day. But carnivore can help hypothyroidism if it's Hashimoto. And it is by eating a carnivore diet, you're avoiding all foods that are potentially inflammatory. Grains, that's a no-brainer. They are inflammatory. But you're also avoiding vegetables that could be inflammatory for you. So if we go into the gut, the gut lining has these tight junctions, and it's not supposed to let anything through. And with certain foods, it might loosen these junctions. And then molecules get through that are supposed to get through. Certain proteins go through. And these proteins mimic the proteins that are in our body. And they're then built into body tissue. And then the immune system comes and says, well, these are not supposed to be here. And it's not even, you could argue, it's not even an autoimmune response because it is trying to get rid of tissue that's not supposed to be there, rightfully so. Anyways, you have an autoimmune response, and that's how carnivore can help. It didn't completely help me. In my case, I'm now trying a different approach. I'm trying to fix my gut with yogurt, with SIBO yogurt by Dr. What's his name? William Davis. And so I'm doing a slightly different approach after carnivore didn't get me straightened out. But like Michaela Peterson, for example, I think she had like 2 artificial joints already. She was really sick, like very young and very, very sick. And carnivore completely healed all her autoimmune diseases. So there's these people, like Dr. Barrow always says, this distribution curve. And there's these people, they need to be really, really low carbs. Carnivore is just right. And there's most people who just don't need to do that. And then there's some people who do actually better on plants. I don't want to be the judge of that. So, so by the way, if anyone is on carnivore, or type in the comments which diet you're following. I would love to see that.
Susan, I was going to say, Susan made a comment about dawn effect. And yeah, you know, to help alleviate or to reduce that dawn effect, that blood sugar, take a walk in the morning, do your workouts in the morning. That's going to lower that A1C, and do it fasted too. Do your workouts fasted. That's really going to lower that blood sugar. And yes, sleep definitely helps.
And you say your A1C has dropped 5 points or 0.5 points? Yes, everyone probably needs more sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these comments are coming, and what are they doing? Yeah, so also the dawn effect is normal. Everyone has it.
Everybody has a dawn effect. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most people don't even know it, but in people
that's your liver saying, good morning, wake up.
Yes, wakey, wakey. But for people with type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance, the liver is a little it gets a little too excited in the morning, so it's overdoing the sugar thing, and it's a very slow healing process. For my morning level to come down, it took a long time. That didn't, like, sugar levels come down like that if you stop eating carbs, but the morning glucose, that's a different story. My glucose still runs around 99, 100 in the morning, so I'm okay. I'd love to be 80. And I kind of, when I see these numbers, I think, oh, I could be that. It's going to take time. Vitamin P. Patience.
That's fun. It is patience. And that's another thing, just kind of tagging along with your patience is the body is going to heal. It's not going to heal overnight. It's not going to heal in months. It may take years. After 3 years, I am still learning and healing in a low carb space and carnivore. I still have a ways to go. I still have weight to lose, but that's really not my focus. My focus is staying, keeping my inflammation down, which is my quick marker that was stupid. I shouldn't do that anymore.
Yes.
Just the inflammation is so quick, but be patient with yourself. It's going to happen. Of course, the more aggressive you are the more clean you are with your diet, the better and quicker the results are going to be. But you can't rush your body, and you can't rush the healing. It will happen. It may take, you may see, healing occur in 10 years, new things. So just be patient. Yes.
Yeah, you got to be patient. Gay says, does iodine make you feel itchy even if no rash? I think that tons of things that can make you feel itchy.
Yeah.
The thing with iodine is every cell in the body needs it. And Dr. Berry had this picture of a magnet that would magically just pull all the iodine out of the body. And you would immediately drop dead because your body cannot function without iodine. So I don't know whether it's the supplement you're reacting to, or it's whatever food it is that you're reacting to that food, or it's completely unrelated to anything and you just have a rash
You just have
because
a reaction to it. Yeah.
yeah. So usually when you have a reaction to food or something you eat or a supplement, that reaction comes on pretty quickly, and like within a half hour or an hour or an hour and a half. So there's no, and I'm saying usually there's no delayed reaction. What I would do is I would ask your doctor and say, here, I have a rash, or I feel itchy. It's not a rash, but I feel itchy. What could this be? And I don't have much information. Like probably some people would say might be oxalate dumping, which could cause itchiness. Itchiness could be caused by shingles. I mean, I don't think that you have that. It's just like there's so many reasons. It could be caused by a new laundry detergent. It could be caused by a new developed allergy against a pet or something you're using in the home. So you would have to be the detective here and see, like, what did I change? When does it itch? What did I do before? You need to write all that down, and then you might find it, and also talk to your doctor. The other thing is you can order through ownyourlabs.com, and I'm going to shamefully advertise for them. Ownyourlabs.com. That's did I write that right? I'm just going to put it on the screen for a moment. Onyourlabs.com. Yeah. So that's by Dave Feldman. He's a really fun guy. I know him from all the conventions that I went to. He's the real deal. And he did this Own Your Labs for people who have difficulty asking their doctor for labs, or the doctors just plain refuse to do the labs. He has made it easy for people just to go online, order the labs they want, and there's no hassle. And he's actually pretty cheap too. No, he's not cheap. Like the pricing for the labs are cheap. So yeah. Oh, the iodine, you can get that tested and you can see whether your iodine levels are too high. I got these J. Krause Lugo drops, and some people think they need 2 droppers full every day, which is way too much. You need 2 drops or 1 drop. And for me, 2 drops are too much. So I take 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And I know that because I check my levels. Okay, I lost the thing.
So Paula wrote that she started ketovore, carnivore in April. And so I guess I kind of already answered that. Just be patient, Paula. It's going to take, it's going to take a while. Enjoy the amazing benefits that you're already experiencing. What your goal of coming off oxygen will come, hopefully it will come, but it's just your body's not there yet. So it's in the process.
And what you also have to see is some things will happen and others won't. So for example, I lost a lot of weight. I lost 120 pounds. And now I have these, I'm just going to show them really quick, these bat wings. I'm not going to put them in the light because they look horrible. They're not going to disappear. I can fill them up with fat again, then where they will be round and plump. I don't want to do that either. So I have other things on my body that will just not go away. And I have no illusion that they will. They might get better over time. I don't know. But what I like to see is like improvement. And if you
Yeah.
have amazing benefits, like that's what you should focus on. And the oxygen, coming of oxygen, I'm guessing it probably will come. It just takes
Yeah.
time, but it might not come. So don't be disappointed with the things that don't happen. Just be happy about the things that happen.
Exactly. Yeah.
This one, I'm not sure I understand this note. I've been PhD for 9
9
months.
months, and then was
No,
diagnosed with hypothyroidism.
yeah. Mm,
Again, you may have had that storm going on and you just didn't realize it until you cleaned up your diet, and then it reared its ugly head, maybe.
that's what I'm guessing. So,
Possibility.
the when I started checking into my thyroid, I had this antibody test, and there are 2 different antibody tests, and one read above 2250, and it just said above, abnormal. It doesn't read any higher, and it should be somewhere around 0.5 or 0.9. So like, it was like through the roof high, and that now lowered to 100 something. So it's still like way high, but it's better. So I might not ever get off thyroid medication. The thing is, it needs to be treated. So this is the one thing I don't regard as medication. If you take thyroid or hormone replacement therapy, HRT drugs, for example, IRFA in Canada, in the United States, the desiccated thyroid are called, I think. Not sure now. Or you're on Synthroid or levothyroxine. And so these are thyroid replacements. They are not medications. So I understand if people want to get off insulin, off metformin, of these, and that I get. But don't get upset if you have to take hormone replacement because you want to feel your best. And if you don't replace the hormones that your body's not making, you won't. So Dr. Berry, that's one of the questions he told me, like, don't regard that as medication, it's a replacement. It's like wearing glasses when you can't see. That should not be your goal. Your goal should be to feel your best.
And function. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I don't understand this question.
Miller says, my brother had hypothyroid and had to take radioactive iodine. He is trying to get Armor. Armor was the brand. Yeah, that was the name I was looking for. Thyroid, but his doctor isn't prescribing. I know that, and I went through that too. I had to be persistent, and he might have to go to another doctor and see that he gets that. And I'm not saying that everyone does better on Armor, but I think most people will. I'm glad I tried. So radioactive iodine is, I think, and again, we're not doctors, I think it's prescribed to, for hyperthyroid. So they are kind of trying to squash the function of the thyroid so that the thyroid makes less thyroid hormone. But I don't understand then why he's trying to get on thyroid medication when his thyroid is already making too much thyroid. Maybe that's why his doctor won't prescribe it, because he doesn't need it. Honestly, though, I don't know enough about hyperthyroidism. So, all right. So, okay, Tiny Body, Keto Laura, Carnivore, Beef Butter Bacon Eggs, Lloyd, Beef Butter Bacon Eggs, Jen, Keto, awesome. I love it. Sizzler.
Feeling shaky. I'm gonna say that is you need to, I would say, take all electrolytes, not just magnesium. I don't know what soul water is. Is that an
Is that
electrolyte
with
water?
salt? So, or is it just water, like soul water?
Holy water. I would say,
Yeah, maybe you can look down in the comments when she
yeah,
respond to
let's
them.
see here.
So if you're keto for 10 days and you didn't eat this diet before, there's a few things that happen. First, your insulin goes down. And when the insulin goes down, the kidneys notice and say, alrighty, we're going to flush out some water. They are, okay, the mechanism is they notice, they release sodium, and with
It's
less
salt water.
sodium,
Soil water is
The
salt water.
salt
Sorry.
water. Okay.
Yeah.
So the kidneys release sodium, and that flushes out water from the body. The other thing is that the liver stores glycogen. So that's glucose in the stored form of glycogen. And each glucose molecule has, I think, 4 water molecules. So as those stores are released, there's more water flushed out. And with all that water being flushed out, the electrolytes just go with it. So if you drink salt water, that's good. Maybe you're not drinking enough salt. Magnesium, electrolytes are salt or sodium, magnesium, and what was the third? I drink electrolytes
Potassium.
every day.
I'm sorry,
Hmm?
I was reading, so I
Potassium.
didn't.
Yeah,
It was a
potassium.
potassium. Is that what I
So
missed?
yes, so everyone who's listening, like I have a stabbing pain of a pinched nerve. Everyone, and now you see me just wince on screen. That's when it really hurts. I have a hard time concentrating. Anyways, so in the past we would drink water from the rivers, and they were just enriched in electrolytes, and that's not possible anymore. I mean, if we drink that water, we will probably get diarrhea and die. I don't know. Everything has to be chlorinated, filtered, and it's almost, we have to supplement electrolytes. Some people don't,
Yeah,
and they do fine. I have to.
I
I
do
mean,
too.
funny side story.
Mhm.
I did this alternate day fasting where you eat one day and you don't eat the next day. It's kind of like 48 fasting. So 40 hours you don't eat, 8 hours you eat. And after a week, I almost passed out in the kitchen. I got lightheaded and I had to sit down. And sitting down wasn't enough. I had to lie down. And then I called my husband and said, come to the kitchen. Don't worry. I'm on the floor, but I'm okay. And when I made it to my seat and took my blood pressure, it was like 80 or something. Like it was really low. It must have been much, much lower. So yeah, so that it's important to mind the electrolytes. I'm not saying that everyone needs to get like 3 packets of element every day, but I do 1 to 2 plus salt, plenty of salt. So this feeling shaky could be from that. It could be from maybe low blood sugar.
Carrie
I'm
commented
not
that
sure
she
if you.
uses Redmond's. And she said since she started using Redmond's, she doesn't have any cramps or anything because it fulfills her electrolyte balance. And I have to
Your
say,
Redmonds.
Redmond's, yeah, they're
Yeah,
real
they.
salt. And I have to concur with that because I went too long without having the electrolyte supplement that I use, and I was getting cramps. I got up from bed, took a shot of salt and chased it with water because I didn't want to drink that much salt water. And probably a half hour later, the muscle cramps just calmed right down. Yeah.
So Redmonds, I think they have Relight, which is it's an electrolyte mix, and they use their salt for the sodium,
The
which is
real
pretty
salt. Yeah.
cool. And Keto Chow came out with salt, and they spell it SALTT. And my good friend Tia gave me some to try. And I got to say, it tastes awesome. It almost tastes like you should drink it because it just tastes too good. If you are struggling with a sugar addiction and you would just gobble those down just because they taste so good, then they might not be right for you.
Yeah, I have an issue with the flavored electrolyte um, supplements, the element, and now I've tried salt, SALTT, and
That
this is
one,
what
yes.
I wanted to address was electrolytes, and hopefully this will answer a lot of questions. We'll be able to skim through real quick. I just recently started salt because the electrolyte balance was different. And when I say salt, SALTT, that's a keto chow product versus element. The salt, they lower the sodium levels down a little bit. It's under 1,000, but they more than doubled compared to element the magnesium and potassium. And I recognized just this week that, wait a minute, my sleep is better. Yeah, there it is. My sleep is better because I've increased my magnesium levels. So that could be, I've just seen a lot of comments and a lot of questions about sleep problems, sleep issues, and try increasing your magnesium. I use a supplement.
Yes.
I've never used a pill form. It's always been in a full electrolyte powder mix with water. And so that's my, but I just recognized that it was my magnesium level. We experimented, my husband and I both experimented yesterday. We didn't have any magnesium. We didn't have any electrolyte mix. We just drank plain water. We slept horribly last night. Just both of us horribly. Now there were other factors in there too, but I think there was something to that elevated, level. And while I have the microphone, I saw Rob ask me a question. Rob, I go to Costco and that's where we predominantly get our meats. It's probably not the best, but we like the taste of the meat at Costco. We also found a place in deep Chesapeake called Central Meats, and they have a wide variety. It's a butcher store, and they have a wide variety of various meats and gaming meats. So lion, kangaroo, whatever was in there. Yeah. So that's a good place, and I don't think their prices are too bad. So you can get organs and whatever. So, but Costco's my go-to for meats.
Costco's pretty amazing.
It is.
I kind of hate that the product selection in the US is so much better than in Canada. We can't get most things in Canada. It's frustrating. Okay, so the
Will you
next,
show again what? Well, no, something that you shared a website or something. What was it? You had it up there. Oh,
on your lab,
the labs. Can you show that again? Somebody asked.
sure.
Yes, Jan B, the keto chow salt, SALTT. Yeah. What I found, and I ordered just the plain because of the addiction that I have with the sweet. But I ordered the plain, and then I also ordered chocolate for the winter time so I could have hot chocolate. But I use a half of a package, and it still really dehydrated me. I don't feel good after I have the hot chocolate, so it's really a bummer. But it's just something for you to pay attention to if you experiment with either of those two supplements.
All right, I think we have to go through the next questions if you're a little faster. So this question, I already read it. It's 61-year-old male, blood work 160-day carnivore, 35 pounds down. That's awesome. ABS, monocyte 1.0 white blood cell count, 11.2 creatine, urine 100. All those numbers honestly mean nothing to me. Microalbumin to creatine ratio was 62, microalbumin urine 97, 79. Also, sorry, that means nothing to me. But the reactive protein inflammatory, 42.2. That is like extremely high. You want it to be under 1. I think ideally under 0.5. Mine usually hovers around 1.2, 1.1, 1.3. Also not the best, but considering that I have inflammatory arthritis, that's pretty good. 42, go to your doctor and find the problem. It could be an infected toe. It could be something you're going through right now, not even noticing. But that I will check that out. And the other numbers, I'm sorry. There's this book out by Dr. Berry. It's called Common Sense Labs, and that could give you some insight into what these mean. But there's no time right now during the live to look those up. If you're in the Dr. Berry community, send me a message, like send me those labs. And then I can try to, I don't know, not try.
Thanks for
I
that
will
book
look
reference.
into the book. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
I'll have to
put this
find it.
here.
So while you're
Common
typing that down
sense
up, Mark
labs.
has a question. He acknowledges that low carb keto does a great job with fasting glucose reduction, but what about fasting insulin? So fasting is a great way to lower that insulin level. Just and start out where you can and slowly increase, or at your pace increase the length of your fast. But if you can get to 18 24 hours, that's going to really lower your insulin. Yeah. And
Yes, so exactly.
fasting insulin levels take longer to decrease, to come down, versus glucose. It just takes a little bit longer, but fasting, doing long-term fast will benefit that.
So I talked to Dr. Boss at Keto in Louisville, Kentucky, and I asked her, well, my glucose levels still hover around 100, sometimes even a little higher. Like, how do I get that down? I eat clean, I don't cheat, I fast, like daily intermittent fasting. What do I do? And she said, do a 72 fast. Do a 72-hour fast every week. And I haven't done that yet. Christmas,
The
stuff.
longest I made it was
So,
66 hours.
but yeah, the thing is,
Yeah.
fasting really is the key. So fasting is what got me off insulin. I did keto for 7 months and I dropped my insulin, like the shots that I needed, from 50 units to almost 0. And then I had to increase it back to 50. And I thought, oh, super. My A1C is great. I'm good. And then I found Dr. Jason Fung, and he said, no, your insulin needs to come down. And yeah, then I started fasting, and within 2 weeks, I was off insulin. That didn't mean that my endogenous insulin was down. It was still like, I don't know, 24 or so. And now it's down to, I think, 15 the last time I checked.
It
So
takes a long
I'm
time.
at this for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's still up there.
That's still high. Yeah.
It's still high. So I just took, yesterday I went to Bangor and I had my blood taken. I cannot wait to see and share with everyone what the levels are. Apropos sharing, we now came up with a plan schedule to do these lives so that they don't come like, surprise, here's another live. Kelly, tell us what we tell everyone what we decided.
Oh, we're going to do have these lives, the Q&A lives, the last Thursday of every month. We had to put it on a schedule so that so we didn't miss
It's better for
week
us.
like
It's
I
better
did.
for everyone.
Yeah. So the last Thursday of every month, we'll have these Q&As, the live Q&A. Yeah.
All right, and I'm looking right now. So we have 47 people watching. We only have 1 like. Are we that bad?
One like.
Guys, like these videos because this is important for the algorithm, and share them. Share them with friends, share them in groups, share them on Facebook, share them on Twitter. Like, share the heck out of them. So you got to see, like, our mission is not to do lives and just be happy that we are on YouTube. We want to do these lives to help as many people as we can and to spread the word. We're not doing this for fun, even though it is fun, I got to say. But we want to spread the word.
Eric Jackson has a question. Oh no, we're going to answer Susan's question first.
Went from 6.1 to 5.6, started resistance training 3 times a week, been hypoglycemic my whole life. I think statins and steroids raise it. Off statins, avoid steroids when I can, do OMAD, carnivore, OCC 2MAD, occasionally 2MAD.
Occasionally.
Right.
Oh, gotcha. Wow. Good for you.
Yeah,
I'm
I
usually
mean,
a 2MAD. I'm a 2MAD person. Once in a while I can do OMAD, but I'm
same.
basically a 2MAD person.
I don't like OMAD. but like 6.1 to 5.6, as I'm guessing the A1C, that brought you from a pre-diabetic range into the healthy
Awesome.
range.
Mm-hmm.
And that's awesome. Resistance training 3 times per week, from what I learned, and I'm almost fitness health coach certified. It should be twice a week. And sorry, my camera does that. When I go like this, it'll do like these. And I think I can also do this, but this doesn't always work. Nope.
What's that give? That's so funny.
Yeah, not working. But of course this one works. So anyways, off statins, love it. I have to take oral steroids, and I avoid them when I can. Yeah, I've been hypoglycemic my whole life. Hypoglycemic could be like reactive hypoglycemia. That means that you kind of were like insulin resistant, and the pancreas doesn't see certain sugar levels as an emergency, but when it just goes a little higher, then the pancreas thinks, oh wow, hey, we missed something, and bam, the insulin comes in, and then you go hypo. That's one explanation why diabetics, when they eat a little bit, all of a sudden go hypo. I don't see the question though.
Eric asked that the is equal protein to fat ratio in grams better for fat loss or more fat, less protein? And it's truly, it's in the ratio, you should have more natural fats than you should protein. So it should be like maybe 30% protein and the rest fats. If you want to
and
save
some do better
yourself
with
maybe
80-20.
5-10% of carbohydrates through vegetables, you can. But yeah, you want to have more of the fats than the proteins.
Yes, absolutely. Like there's this 1:1 ratio, which doesn't, it's not the, I think it's the grams, it's not the calories, because obviously fat has a lot more calories, but for good reason. We missed one question here. Carnivore 3.5 months ago for gut issues, bad reflux, RT SIBO. I think I still having gut issues, but need to gain weight as I lost a lot from being sick. Can't seem to gain, just holding. So here's like another Dr. Berry quote: keto, carnivore, they're not weight loss diets, they are weight optimization diets. How's your reflux? Like, did that get better? And also the SIBO doesn't go away when you eat carnivore. The SIBO needs to actually be treated, and we're still having gut issues. Yeah. So SIBO means it's an overgrowth of certain not so desirable microbiota, and you need to replace them with the ones you want. And Dr. William Davis created this SIBO yogurt, and I'm just gonna post a link. Let me see here. So I'm starting to, I did the gut microbiome course and got certified last weekend, and I made my own yogurt, which technically is not yogurt because it needs to be made by a different bacillus, and that's an FDA thing. But it looks like yogurt, it tastes like yogurt, it is yogurt, so sue me. Just trying to find the link quickly.
Yeah, we are. Yep. So while Roxana's looking for a link, we're really running out of time. So what I did was posted my Facebook group. Feel free to join my group, Roxana, if you want to.
Yeah, the Facebook groups, I think they're both in the show notes too. Once the video is done, you should see it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, question here. Let's do a speed round. Is equal protein to fat ratio in grams better for fat loss? Oh, that depends. Some people, yeah, some people do better with more fat and some with a little less fat.
Just experiment with
Uh,
it and see what works best for you and what ratio works best for you. But yeah.
Yeah. Do you know if carnivore can help restless leg syndrome? I would say yes. I'm even more certain it will help if you get your gut microbiome in order, which means getting the SIBO yogurt.
And electrolytes.
The link I just posted, if you follow that link, it has all 3 strains that you need to do SIBO yogurt. I would introduce them one by one. Rest leg syndrome is 100% a cause or caused by SIBO, or other way around. Everyone who has rest leg syndrome also has gut dust dysbiosis.
Mhm.
So I would try to look into that anyway. There's another question. Okay,
Great
now I'm just looking
conversation
for cues.
on
Sorry,
your
screwing
eyes.
around.
Yeah, it's yeah, we're
Any thoughts,
really
ideas on curing, getting rid of peripheral neuropathy? Not sure about
I
curing,
don't know if it can
but
cure.
improving,
Yeah.
and stopping. Like sometimes your aim is to stop the progression of degenerative disease, and this is something you want to stop. Like you want to put a dead stop to it, and then it might improve, and then you might get rid of the system altogether. But that's a question of time. And
Good for you, Carrie.
we
I mean,
forgot to
almost
do
2
the
years, no
draw
coffee.
for the element.
What's that?
We forgot to collect the names for the element.
Oh,
Okay, so we were doing this.
can we save
Someone
it for the
ordered
next
through
one?
Element. That meant we will get a free box. So next month we'll just do the free box. And today, if it's okay, I'm not going to do a draw because I don't see how we can do that in 2 minutes. Note all the names.
Yes.
So question, I take magnesium glycinate at night, 120 milligrams, and take magnesium threonate. I think it's that 2000 milligram in the morning, still have sleep issues. Should I increase magnesium at night? That kind of is like a doctor question. We can't answer that.
Mhm.
So you have sleep issues. Sleep issues that don't always have to be a magnesium issue. Sleep issues could be that you are on your devices too late. You might be have blue light too late. You might not have the morning exposure to the sunlight. You might eat too late. You might drink too late. That
This
can be
may
like
not be a bioavailable magnesium for you either.
yeah, that might not be so glycinate is kind of like the best magnesium you can take. It might be deficiency in GABA. So if you are in one of the groups, please approach us with a group, then we can try to tackle that. A question: after seeing my results, my wife has been carnivore for 9 months with great results. We're trying to convince our 29-year-old daughter, to go low carb carnivore. What would you suggest? First, I'm trying to convince my family, and I've been so far not successful. You can only go by example. You can like drop a seed there and here, like I mean, not a seed that they eat, but getting them like just did you know what I heard, like he reversed this and that, or you can show them a picture of me, like look what's possible, like and anything like that. Show them stories. If they have a problem, if your daughter has a problem, like if she has gut issues, you can tell her, well, this could fix it, or give it a try. How about you try it for a week and see how you feel, something like that.
My recommendation is continue to plant the seeds. Don't try to convince as much as plant the seeds. Talk about the benefits. Talk about can you pop that back up? Talk about the benefits between you and your wife with your daughter around. My children are the same way. They don't want to hear anything of it. However, they have seen the transformation between my husband and I and how much healthier we are, but they still think it's an unhealthy diet. So just keep planting the seeds. Just keep giving her information. Yeah.
And also, it doesn't have to be carnivore. It doesn't have to be straight
doesn't.
carnivore. It can be keto or paleo, or it does not have to be
At least get her
like
to
the
restrict
most extreme
starches.
thing off the bat. Yeah, maybe just try get rid of sugar, get rid of grains, and if she feels better with that, she might be more apt to try different things. So IBS has been great this weekend, but recently I had trouble with bloat, gas. The only thing I can think of is stevia and the low carb chocolate. I'm very sensitive to sugar alcohols. Yeah, sugar alcohols can really mess with your gut. There's interesting data on allulose, which can actually has benefits like lowering blood glucose and lowering insulin resistance. That was Dominic D'Agostino who talked about it last weekend in Boca, Florida, at Low Carb USA. So I find that highly interesting. I put that because I'm kind of like weary about it. I put it into my consideration cup, and I will keep that in the back in the mind, and I will look at it. I tried allulose, and I had horrible side effects. And so, yeah, but sugar alcohols in general, don't even look at erythritol. Don't. It's
Oh yeah.
that's the one I would never ever use again.
And I have a hard time with the stevia. I just get inflamed if I have too much of it. So that's why I can't do the flavored electrolytes. So,
And what you can do is you can leave out all sweeteners for a week or 2 or 3, and then see how you feel. And then you have your answer.
yeah. Okay, everybody. It is after 7. I want to comment one more thing. This was it. Yes. Once you know and understand, you can't unsee it. You just can't. You are absolutely right, Robert. You can't. So,
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Robert. Like, we had dinner in Boca, and he and his wife, they're just great people. We had a lot of fun. Boca, if any guy of you guys wants to go to a low carb conference, Low Carb USA is an excellent start. Everyone who goes there, we are basically family. It's you get to hug all the people and you don't only get to hug the participants like the other attendees. I hug David Diamond. I hug like Philip Ovadia. I hug them all. I'm a hugger. And if you see me there, I might hug you too.
Which I got a hug. I went to my first one. I went to my first live, and it was great sitting beside Roxana.
It was fun.
It
And I
was.
saw that one picture of us, and you can actually see the love. So these events are amazing. All right. Great having you. So keep in mind, it will be now every last Thursday of the month. And unless something happens, and I hope I make it,
Yeah.
my pinched nerve gets a little better, and I make it through my trip to
Safe
Germany.
travels, Roxana. I
Thank
want to
you.
really encourage everyone to be interactive on our pages. Roxana has a few different pages. I have my one, but be interactive on it. Ask your questions, or, respond to other people. That's one thing that I can't get people to talk on my page. So please be interactive on those pages.
Do that and share this video. Subscribe, share it, and it'll be on YouTube now anyway. So share it around so that we can grow a huge community that helps lots of people.
Bye,
All right.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you next month.
Yes.